All right, welcome back to Drinking with Jake. Thank you so much for coming back to us. Uh, just for full disclosure, Michael and I were just talking on off screen during the break about the topics of what we should talk about today. And let's just say not all topics that we discuss come on the show. And I'm going to leave it at that. If Michael wants to share more about it, we sure can. But we were having some fun today via texting about the specific topics that we wanted to discuss. And of course, Michael, in his infinite wisdom, sarcasm, and quick-wittedness, opened up a salvo of something so intellectual out of my league that I felt
totally out of my league too.
I felt, verbally threatened and like, oh my gosh, do I need to read a book here? Do I need to talk to somebody about some type of highfalutin government thing? And oh God, it's hilarious about some type of socioeconomic impact of some country somewhere, somehow, at some point in time. And I'm thinking, Michael, drinking with Jake is not until we actually do the show. So if you're drinking now, then that's kind of cheating. But
it's gonna be a long night. I'm gonna have to carry this show. My back's gonna hurt.
So anyway, we had a great laugh about that. We might end up, bringing up something a little bit more intellectual in this show, but don't count that on me.
Right. We are not Mensa.
No,
by any means.
No.
I barely know how to spell Mensa.
That's right. Maybe it depends on the guests that we have on. I know we have some pretty smart friends.
We do have some pretty smart guests
that are smarter than I am. I can't speak for Michael, but maybe they're
by far.
Maybe they will bring up some things that's just out of our league, and we'll just sit back, nod like we know what they're talking about, and hopefully have some good questions in the meantime. So anyway,
no, if you see my eyes start getting bigger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I have no idea. I don't know what the hell they just said at all. Don't know the meaning of the words.
Right.
That sounds smart. You must know what you're talking about.
So anyway, that is the topic. So Michael, tell us what you did with your whiskey. Do you a chaser? What did you do?
I refilled it.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. We haven't even said that tonight.
I know. I'm sorry, man. I wanted to give it a good time. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drink to that.
Yes, sir. So I don't have any mixers, believe it or not. I like to mix normally with Dr. Pepper, but I have that, but I didn't want to mix this with Dr. Pepper. I don't think it would taste very good. Contrary to what I said last series of episodes, everything goes good with Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Not sure that this would go so well, but I like to mix with, some kind of lemon lime soda, and we don't have any. The closest we have is Mountain Dew, and I despise Mountain Dew. Sorry, Midwestern. I know everybody loves Mountain Dew up here, but I just do not like it. But I do like lime, so I always have real lime on hand. It's 100% lime juice, or so they say. I like lemon juice as well, but I like lime more than lemon. So I'm just going to give this a couple heavy squirts just to kind of mellow it. And if I don't like it, well, I don't like it, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll keep. And that's the cool thing about this show is that if you don't like lime juice in your drink, well, then
do something else.
And then if you don't like it, hey, you got friends that'll drink it for you. So it's all good.
So it didn't, you could smell the lime in here, but it didn't really change the odor too much. Odor sounds like it's bad, doesn't it? If somebody can say odor, fragrance, how's that? The fragrance?
Maybe if somebody watching this episode knows the terminology better than us.
What's better, odor or fragrance?
Fragrance, I think of perfume, like if my wife puts on her perfume and that's a fragrance,
that is true.
Which is better than an odor.
Which is better than an odor. Sometimes fragrance can be a deal.
Yeah.
Believe me, I met people like that. You take a damn bath in it, it's not good. You know,
True.
hey, just a couple spritzes. That's all you need.
Yep.
Okay.
Do it
So,
like Michael did at the beginning of the show. He just puts a little bit behind his
a little
ears.
bourbon behind the
Yep.
ears.
Just a
all
little
are
bit. That's it. We're good.
Drives the ladies wild.
That's
All right.
right. This one's for the
So,
ladies.
Here we go. This one's for the ladies.
This one's for the ladies. How is it? Better, different, same?
I mean, nah. It's okay. It's not great. Maybe the lime sank to the bottom or something. You can't really taste it. Maybe I didn't add enough.
Okay. Well, hey.
You know, whatever. I'll drink it, but
Well, of course
I'll
you'll drink. You'll
I'll
drink
drink
that.
to that.
I'll drink to that.
But excuse me, my gosh. Woo! I also have the old
Chaser.
spotted cow as.
Oh, listen to that.
Was there ever a better sound?
There is never a better sound. When God invented sounds, he said, "Let there be nuclearis."
Let there be the cracking of a can.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
So,
I think this needs a chaser. It definitely needs a beer chaser.
sure.
I could drink it straight, and that'd be fine. But if I was going to drink a lot, I'd probably need a beer chaser, which sounds really bad. It makes me sound like a really bad alcoholic or a good alcoholic. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with a chaser or
No,
having
I don't
something
think
on the
so.
back. No, nothing like that. It's just, different flavors with your palate and, like I remember having dinner one time way back when, and we were eating out. We went out to dinner, and I thought, well, I've always liked a dessert drink. You know how some people have like a glass of
Mhm.
schnapps or something afterwards. I've never had a grasshopper before, so I said to the waitress, I said, "Can I have a grasshopper?" Because it's like an ice cream de mint liqueur type
Mhm.
of drink. And so she brought me one, and I tasted it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's like a mint ice cream type of thing." But different strokes for different folks and different
Yeah.
situations and different palates. And I don't know if I just run right out and walk up to the bar like you and I were at a bar, and the first drink I ordered would be a grasshopper.
Right.
But for after dinner, it's like an after dinner mint.
Yeah. This might not be bad in an old fashioned. That's kind of how I gauge
Mhm.
the whiskeys and bourbons and stuff. Would I like it in an old fashioned? And I'd probably like this more in an old fashioned than straight. It's not
Sure.
bad. It tastes good. I know I said that before. It tastes good,
Yep.
but Elijah Craig is probably my favorite bourbon,
Hmm.
and it's I like Elijah Craig better than this.
Okay. And
Uh,
you use Elijah Craig as kind of a measuring stick of
that's
what
my measuring stick. If it's
what
better or worse than
better or
Elijah
worse
Craig,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's fair. That's totally fair.
Everybody's got their favorites, and I think on a scale of Elijah Craig being the best and Fleischmann's being the worst, this would probably be, like a two steps below, maybe one step below, and these are small steps, like an 8 or a 9 out of a possible 10, and
Okay.
10 being Elijah Craig.
Good. Okay.
This is an 8 or 9. But definitely need something to chase it down. It doesn't taste bad. It's just, I don't know how to say it. I'm not a whiskey or bourbon snob where I know all the proper terminology.
Yeah. The notes, if you will.
Right. Yeah, I don't know any of that stuff. But
Yeah.
I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And this is good. It really is. I really like it. Driftless Glen from Baraboo, Wisconsin. You guys did good. Max, thank you again for bottling it.
Nice job, Max.
Nice job, Max. Way to bottle that. Uh, but I'm sorry, Elijah Craig is still my go-to. So
Right on. Right
yeah.
on. And it's good. And hopefully sometime when we're allowed to be in the same room together again due to this coronavirus, I will have a glass of that driftless and I will taste it and I will probably like it. So
Yeah. I
we'll
mean,
go
it's
from there.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't rush right out and buy, 3 or 4 bottles of it, but
Sure. Sure.
it's quite tasty. So
Good. Well, speaking of tasty, what do you want to talk about now, Michael?
I love your segues. It's
Just,
no, that was a brilliant segue. Speaking of
speaking
taste,
of tasty,
so for years, Jake and I have had plans to build a smoker out
yes,
of a 55-gallon drum.
yes,
I mean, at one point we had all of the guts and innards that we would need. We just couldn't find the right type of 55-gallon drum. We need one with a lid and that could be removed. Um, we found all sorts that had the bung, just the hole in the top, but you couldn't remove the lid. And for the plans that we had, it was paramount that we had that lid, and we just
yeah.
couldn't find one.
The full lid,
Right.
where it had like a clamp on it, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
So you kind of break that seal of the lid, and then the whole lid
Yep.
comes out. Okay. Yep.
And I think at one point you found some the perfect the holy grail of 55-gallon drums would have been a food grade with a lid. That was
Mm-hmm.
what we were looking for. And I think
Mm-hmm.
at one point, if memory serves, you had found one that was not food grade, but it did have the lid.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, we could just burn it, just burn a whole bunch of stuff in there. It'll burn whatever was inside out of it,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
so we don't have any poisonous chemicals going into our food. But they wanted a credit check.
Right.
And we're like, what do you need a credit check for a damn barrel for? I mean, that's ridiculous.
I was just going to pay cash, but they didn't want to do that,
Right.
and I don't know why, because they needed to report where the barrels went or something.
Yeah, just ridiculous.
And I thought, no, that sounds kind of fishy to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I was just going to pay cash. I don't know if it's like hazardous materials or
Yeah,
there's
it's
some type of nuclear waste in it or
right.
something. I don't know.
It's just ridiculous. That's
Yeah,
what it
I
ends up
agree.
being. It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous. Well, where I work, I am able to take some of the recyclables home. And one of them this week, or last week rather, I got a food grade 55-gallon drum with a lid. So my wife says once all my other projects are done, which are bountiful, I am able to build this smoker, and I plan on being able to put it in my garage up on a shelf, out of the way during the winter months. But we've been trying to do this for years. Well, I had failed to mention this to my good friend Jake. And so, Jake, what happened to you this week? In accordance with these 55-gallon drums.
Well, I found one as well.
Yeah. So we are going to build these smokers because we both love, like we said before, grilling foods and smoking foods.
Smoking meats. Yep, absolutely.
Look, I am not a small man. I enjoy eating.
Yes.
And I enjoy eating good food. And if I can smoke food, I'm going to try. I've never done it before. Jake, you have.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Tell
But
me
but
about
not but not at this grand scale.
not at
I
this grand
mean,
scale, but you
no,
do have a smoker, do you not?
I do have a homemade smoker from a filing
Yes.
cabinet,
From a
but
filing cabinet. That's so awesome. I love it. I love
but
it.
with the 55-gallon drum, I mean, because I looked at it and I was just trying to gauge, like, okay, how much can you fit here? Like,
Hmm.
let's say you cut it long ways and you split it open, like an egg, like if
Hmm.
you split an egg open the long way. And I mean, you can fit a lot of food
Yes.
on a 55-gallon drum,
Yes.
on just on one half of it. And I am so excited to figure out how it'll work, what we'll do, how I don't know, but you can get plans, nuts and bolts, whatever, and yeah, just make it really cool. So I'm very excited.
Well, see, here's the interesting thing. I don't know if you remember the plans that we had before.
Sure. I remember you
Um,
showing them to me. Yeah.
the plans that we had before, and I think we should do this. I think you should do the one where you cut it in half, and
Okay.
you do it that way. And I will do it where you keep it intact, but you add uh, airlines
Mhm.
out of black pipe, and you
Mhm.
have the grills on there for the the firebox and all that.
Yeah.
But the lid is what makes it a smoker, and you can
Right.
clamp the lid and
Yep.
and have the all that stuff.
Yep.
So we can have two different types of smokers,
Yes.
and we can
Yes.
we can see which one works better. I don't know,
Yep.
um,
Yep.
but I think we should do that. And you should cut yours in half, and I'll keep mine, or vice versa.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Well, either way, you can't go wrong
You,
because
yeah,
it'll you can because I think you might even be able to fit more in yours if you keep it whole because I'm basically cutting mine in half.
right,
So with only the half of the surface area that's available. But
right.
it'll be, like the lid and you gotta it's the same approach, but just kind of a
Mhm.
different layout.
The
And
only thing, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say that I just think that mine might be good for like larger items. Like
Uh
let's
huh.
say we want to do a roast pig, if
Yep.
for lack of a better term, or like those big racks of ribs
Yep.
that are
Yep. Yep.
longer. That might be better. But with yours, we might do like sausages better,
Yep.
or the links,
A
or something
chicken.
chicken, like a big chicken or a big
Yep.
turkey. That would be
Yep.
better for yours, a different approach.
The only thing that I think mine would benefit is I don't have to build a frame,
Hmm.
whereas I think you would have to.
Yes, yes. I'd have
Uh,
to. I would have to build some type of stanchion to get it off the ground,
yep.
chest level,
Yep.
to make it go. But yours, all you need is a
But
two-wheel cart. Yeah.
the you know, it's different ends or different means to the same end.
True. True.
Good food,
Yep.
good smoke, and good times.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. I
and
can't. I can't wait.
when we finally get these things going, hopefully by the end of the summer,
Yes.
where we perfect our craft,
Yes.
um, we need to have a drinking with Jake and show our creations. So,
So if
look
there's,
forward to that.
I agree. So if anybody has any suggestions
Hmm.
about how it'll look, how it should be built, what they do, what they think is a good thing, what tricks of the trade, I'm all ears because I want to make this really nice and really cool. And
Yes.
yes, it is going to be homemade, so it's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but I want it to be functional. So if anybody is out there listening and watching that has done this before or has some definite input,
Yep.
please, please share.
I'm
And I
not.
will I will definitely take a look at it and incorporate it into the build.
I'm not too proud to beg. Help
No,
us.
no, I
Uh,
just
you know, I know my way around a drill bit,
yep,
but
yep,
I've never built a smoker before. I'm
no,
anxious to try. I'm anxious to learn.
yep, me
I'm
too,
excited for it,
me
but
too.
I don't know what I'm doing. And especially when I get it going, I've never smoked meats before. I've
Right,
cooked, I could barbecue.
yep,
I've never smoked meats before.
yep,
So I know people who have. I've got a very good Navy buddy of mine who owns. I think he owns his own business. He called. I don't want to plug it yet because we're not. He's not a sponsor. So, but I don't want to plug his company yet. But he shows videos and pictures of what he does, and oh my goodness, does it
yeah,
look delicious?
yeah.
He
I
knows what he's
agree.
doing.
I agree. Some people, excuse me for a minute. There are some people that have a just have a knack for that, and I would like to learn about what they do, and then so yeah. So anyway,
That makes me laugh.
you all right?
That made me laugh at the wrong time. Oh, right from the bottle.
Right from the bottle.
Woo.
All right. So should we
Good
take a
stuff.
break so you can kind of catch your breath
Please, let's do
all
that.
right, let's. All right.
Oh man.
Um, all right, everybody. We'll take a break. Michael will get another drink or something, or maybe I need to call 911. Either way, we'll be right back, and we'll have one more segment, and then we'll